Okay, it is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports, this being a special interview edition of our show. And shortly we are going to meet the girls swimming state champions from Ursuline Academy and their head coach, Kelly Ellis. But before we do that, please indulge me for just a moment as I tell you that this is brought to you today by allaboutsportsu.com. And let's get the screen up there. There it is. allaboutsportsu.com. This is an online softball training academy run by Mr. Tim Wampler, a very long-time head coach and mentor. And if you visit the site at allaboutsportsu.com and decide to subscribe there, you get 15% off if you use that promo code that you see toward the bottom of the screen. That's allaboutsportsu.com. Also, this is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you would like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you are having, please consider my stage hypnosis show, details about which you can find at marshalmanlove.com. And one more thing, please, if you would allow me to thank the folks at Jazzercise in Middletown, Newark, and Elkton, Maryland. One of the proprietors there runs a very active Facebook group page for parents of high school athletes. They are kind enough to post up links to the videos that I produce, and I'm happy to promote them in return. Visit them at jazzercise.com. Now, hopefully, when I press this next button, my guests will appear. Yeah, let's see if it works this time. Yes, look at that. A plan in action, successfully executed. That is awesome. Look at all those Ursuline Raiders there. There's a lot of them. Well, you need a lot of them for a swimming team, don't you, head coach Kelly Ellis, who is in the bottom center of the screen right now. Welcome to the show. Thanks for arranging to bring your state champions with you here today.
Yes, we definitely do need a lot of them, and I had a lot of them this year. That's for sure.
How many did you have?
I had 33 total on my squad. That's the most I've ever had.
Wow, that is a lot because you have a small school. What's the enrollment at Ursuline right now? Do you know?
In the high school, I'm going to say it's probably over 300 maybe in the high school.
Yeah, so that's total. Then you have to battle with the track program and the basketball program and all.
Yes,
too.
we do.
Right.
I have actually one of our swimmers is on track and a swimmer. She's on here, Claire Kornacki.
Claire Kornacki. Yeah, I recognize you, Claire. I think I recognize you from cross country season. Am I correct?
Yeah, I also do cross country.
Right. So you're good. You were. How did you finish, Claire? You're in the center there of the screen. I don't know how it's displayed on your monitors right now. Just when I say that's where you are currently on mine. So how did you place in cross country there, Claire?
Cross country, I was 20th overall, so I was third team all-state.
Awesome. Congratulations on that. And so while we're talking to you, what events do you swim for the Raiders?
I sort of fill in wherever we need. So this year I swam a lot of the 100 free, and I've also done the 2 IM in the past, which is what I swam at States this year.
And looks like you were part of the second place freestyle relay team as well, right?
Yeah, that was really fun. I got to be on the relay with some great girls, so that was a lot of fun.
So from your perspective there, Claire, what was the championship day like for you and the team? So some of your personal observations.
It was definitely really high energy. I think this is the best energy that we've had in the 4 years that I've been on the team. We just went in knowing that we had to do our best, and I think everyone performed really well. So that was really exciting for all of us.
All right. In the upper left-hand corner is Ellie Johnson. You can unmute your microphone there, young lady.
Hi.
And Ellie's your nickname, right? Is Eliza?
Yeah, my real name's Eliza.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
And how old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore and I'm 15.
And what events did you swim on championship day, Ellie?
So at States, I swam the 200 IM, the 100 back, and then I swam both the 2 and the 4 free relays.
So what was your championship meet like for you?
So I will say it to every single person, every single swimmer that I know, that States is the most fun, the most high energy meet that I will ever go to. I swim club and I swim club 11 months out of the year. And even at the most high level meets, high school States is the one that I get most excited for. And so, you know, we always go best times, and it's a really, really fun experience.
Yeah, awesome. It is a fun meet. I'm sorry I couldn't get there this particular year, but you know, I've done a lot of them in the past, and it is fun. There is no doubt about that. And what's your favorite event to swim?
I'd say in general, the 100 back. That's kind of been my thing for these past few years. And I mean, I remember in the beginning of the year, me and Caitlin Horning, we sit next to each other in Spanish class, and we made an agreement, an unofficial agreement, that we both get the podium in the 100 backstroke this year. And that happened, and I'm just so grateful. And it was even better to be able to do it with such an amazing swimmer, such an amazing person, and in my favorite event.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations to you. In the center, on the upper row there, is Natalie Johnson. Welcome. Tell us something about yourself.
Hi.
What grade are you in? How old are you?
I am a senior. I'm 18. This was my last season on Ursuline, and yeah, I've been swimming for a really long time too.
It's too bad you can't come back next year, right? If there was like another grade beyond senior, you could come back like
Yeah,
win
like a
another
super
championship.
senior. I mean, I keep saying I'll come back, but I'll watch States. I'll come back for States. I'll keep up with this team. I mean, like I had such a fun time on my 4 years. I truly love every single one on this team. Like I'll be back. Not swimming, but I'll be there.
So give me like a little anecdote about the championship meet there that might not even be swimming related, something that caught your eye that was fun, a conversation that you had or anything like that, something a little different. We know you won and all that, but just to throw out a little different question, something that you saw that you'll kind of remember later.
States is always a really one of the reasons why I love States so much is well, I mean, Delaware is a pretty small state, and we don't have like a lot of swim teams, so I am like honestly friends with most of the people on that pool deck. So I just part of the reason I love the meet so much is I get to catch up with some people I might not have seen in a long time. For example, I have a friend who swims at the Sussex Y, and I mean, we never really see each other. We go to school 2 hours away, so it's always fun to have conversations and catch up with all of the people I haven't seen in a long time.
All right. In the upper right-hand corner there is Bella. I'm going to try to pronounce your name properly. Caraballo?
Yeah, Caraballo, close.
Caraballo. Okay. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I thought I was on that one. How old are you? What grade are you in there,
I'm
Bella?
16, I'm a junior.
And what events do you swim?
I swam 5 free, 100 breast, 4 free relay, and the 2 medley relay.
And what's your favorite event to swim?
I'd say out of those, definitely the 5 free.
Oh, why?
I don't know, I just have this feeling in the water once I start swimming, and I can just keep going.
Well, you have to keep going because it's like forever. Right? I mean, come on. What is that, like 5 miles or something? It's got to feel like 5 miles. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
sometimes.
No, I admire everyone who does something distance related, and it's no offense to the people who do the sprinting stuff, but people who do distance work, and Claire's one of them. She knows she's a distance runner. I have utmost respect for those athletes because it takes a special mental preparation and strength to do that. That's for sure. No question. So, Bella, what was it like as the championship was going on through the day And were you able to have an idea of what the team scores and where you thought you were along the way and what you need to do toward the end of the meet there, what the team needs to do?
Yeah, throughout the meet, they actually like the breaks and stuff, they say the scores, but we were trying to focus on like not focusing on it until we needed to. And so I think by the end, we had enough adrenaline to just like go for it because we had an idea that we had a good chance of winning it.
So I know that in the last race of the day, which is the 400-yard freestyle, the Raiders came in third. But did you know what place you had to get into to take the title there? Anybody? Coach? I'll ask you that question.
I knew that we did not need to get first, second, or third.
Okay.
I looked at the score right before. Because last year, right before the race, right before the 4 free, they announced the score and basically said that the whole meet came down to that, which was not what everyone wanted to hear. So they did not do that this time. And I knew that my girls could come in top 3 in the 4 free. So I pretty much knew it was a lock, but I loved watching them because they did not know. And when they were waiting for the scores to be announced and everything, they were just waiting. So I just loved watching their faces to wait to hear. So that was my favorite part at the end of the day. But they did not, they went in saying, we do not want to know the score. We don't want to listen. Like, don't go look at the score. They wanted to be surprised. That was their thing from the get-go.
So do all of your swimmers there's only 4 strokes, right? And you don't count the side stroke or the doggy paddle or anything like that. That would be 6, of course, if you did. But everybody pretty much has to swim all 4, correct?
Not really. I have some that are just strictly freestyle. I have some that don't touch the butterfly. I have some that can't really do breaststroke because their knees are bad. Like Claire with the IM, that was a last minute decision because she has some knee issues we have to watch out for. So that was a thing. And then some people, most of them can swim every stroke. They just either don't care for it, or if they have some type of injury, we have to watch out for it. So I have some that are strictly freestylers and some say they're not a freestyler. So they're all over the place. So
throughout the course of the year, is part of your strategy as you're competing to try to get as many girls qualified in as many events as possible?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
And this year we had the most girls qualify that we've ever had since I've been coaching in 20 years.
That was one of my other questions. So how long have you been at Ursuline?
I came to Ursuline in the fall of 2000, and I taught there for 18 years. And even though I don't teach there anymore, I'm still coaching there. So I've been coaching the swim team for 20 years. So a long time.
Yeah. So this is your 3rd championship as head coach there, and you have looks like 4 runner-up trophies there in the trophy cabinet there in Wilmington. All right, let's go to McKinley Jefferson with 2 presidential names there. I see. Yeah. McKinley, how old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman. I'm 15.
Oh, freshman. Huh? And what were your events in the championship?
I swam the 2 free and the 100 back.
And how'd you do?
I placed 10th in both of them, so pretty good.
So how were you happy with your times?
I was. I dropped time from my USA times and dropped time from my high school times, which was good.
So where do you swim the rest of the year?
I swim for Wilmington Aquatic Club.
Okay. Who else? Raise your hand if anybody else swims for Wilmington Aquatic Club. Okay, a few of you. And all right. So talk about your experience there as a freshman at your first state. Was it your first state championships, or were you there as an 8th grader last year?
I went as an 8th grader.
Okay. How'd you do as an 8th grader?
It was okay. I did good. But I think it was better having a bigger team this year.
Why is that?
Team. It just, everyone had so much more energy, and like there were a lot of people just like lift me up and like give me positive like vibes and stuff like
She
that.
also swam for a different school last year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who'd you swim for last year?
I swam for Sanford.
That's what I was thinking. So why'd you switch over to Ursuline?
I just had been at Sanford for a while, and I came for the swim team too because most of my friends on WAC swim for Ursuline and said they had a really good season, and so I just thought it would be a perfect fit.
Okay. So you're a freshman on the team. Who do you look up to on this team?
Oh, definitely like the seniors, Claire Kornacki.
Love you, McKinley.
She's definitely been a good role model for me, I think.
So what is it about Claire Kornacki that you like?
She's just so like enjoyable to be around. She's persistent. If she has a bad race, she kind of shrugs it off and says like, "I'll do good the next time." Like, she's just like a positive person.
It's good. You have to be that way. Champions have that kind of attitude. They build on times and events which might not go exactly the way they had planned originally. So
yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Middle row over to the right there, Caitlin Horning. Hello. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Sorry it took me so long to get to you.
You're good.
Okay. How old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm 17. I'm a junior.
Okay. And your events are?
I swam on the medley relay. I swam the 100 butterfly, 100 backstroke, and the 2 free relay.
And let's see, 100 butterfly, looks like you had a 4th place finish there. 2nd place in the backstroke. Yeah,
yes.
Good for you. You know, Coach, you know what I found fascinating here is that you won this whole thing and it was just a bunch of like 2nd, 3rd, 4th places and all, you just racking up points pretty much everywhere you went. And that's a true team effort.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had places all the way like through 16th. It wasn't just, even 2nd, 3rd. We placed in the consolation heats. So it was places everywhere. Every point mattered. So it was huge.
So since I was talking to Caitlin, I'll ask her this question. So Caitlin, how do they score the points there? How do the Ursuline Raiders rack up points at the meet?
So I think it has a lot to do with our depth. We had a lot of people placing in the top 16 who weren't originally seated in the top 16. So I think that helped a lot.
So how do they award points?
There's like a point system. I think for individuals, the most points you can score is 20 if you win. And then it's like 17 and then goes down by 1. And then I think like the difference between, I want to say 9th and 10th, there's like a 2-point difference. It's like something like that. And then relays are crucial because they're a lot higher in point value. So that's where getting 3 relays on the podium definitely helps us.
Yeah, no doubt about that, because that Tower Hill relay team that they put out there is just something else, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So, Caitlin, just pick someone that's here with us today. Say something nice, funny, or positive about whoever it is you choose.
So I swim club with Bella, and I would say she's one of my favorite people to be around. She's so funny. She always has a good attitude, and I'm with her all the time because we always train together. So she's always someone I can count on to push me.
All right. Any other sports for you, Caitlin?
No, I just swim.
Okay. Coach, do most of your swimmers kind of just focus on swimming? Obviously, Claire, we already know that she's a runner too, but how are you finding that in the swimming world these days?
I would say that I'm going to say most of the club girls focus on swimming. And I think a lot of the ones that swim at my practice do multiple sports. So I'm going to say it's probably 50-50.
Okay. Bottom right-hand corner, Samantha Weinert. Am I saying your last name properly?
Yeah, that's right. Hi.
Got one right. Yeah, good. Okay. I'm still shaking that I mispronounced Bella's last name there. I wanted to make sure I got yours right at least. How old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm 14 and I'm a freshman.
Well, freshman. Wow. And what events were you competing in this particular year?
I mostly swam the 50 free, 100 fly, and 100 free, and then I swam like the free relays.
Yeah, so you had a decent day for yourself. How were your times? Were they like personal bests, close? Were you happy with them?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with them. I dropped time in all of them, so it was a successful couple of days.
Good. That's awesome. And now, obviously, the state championship, top highlight moment of the year, right? But talk about some other time during the year that stands out in your mind that you think you're going to remember for a while.
I remember our Tower Hill meet. So we were like all so nervous about that because they were like our biggest competitor. Mm-hmm. And like we were so like focused on that meet. We were like, we need to beat them. Like once we beat them, like we're just like undefeated. We don't even have to like really worry about anybody else. And when we won, it was just like we were just all so relieved, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah, and winning's good, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Let me check something. Yeah, so that did remind me, you did have an undefeated dual meet season. And yeah, big win against Tower Hill for sure. Mm-hmm. Pretty much everybody else, it looks like you blew out there. Yeah. Almost doubled the score of everybody else there. Charter School Wilmington was a little close, but not that close. Right? What else? What do you like to do for fun, Samantha? Besides swim all day long?
I mean, I swim all year round, but during the fall, I also do field hockey. And then during the spring, I do track.
Okay.
So it's kind of just a lot of sports going on. And then I don't really have a lot of free time to do things.
Right. Either running, swimming, or hitting a ball with a stick.
Yeah.
Right. What events do you run on the track team?
I do all the sprints. So I do the 100, the 200, and the 400.
The 400's horrible too.
Yep.
Yeah. Not as bad as the 800, I would say, though.
Yeah, that's like the worst event.
Yeah, it is. You're just sprinting for 800 yards, half a mile. Claire, do you do the 800?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you're tough. You are a tough girl, no doubt about that. Anyone who does the 800-meter run, and who was doing the 500 free, Bella, was that you? Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. I just all sorts of respect for you. Bottom left-hand corner. Last but not least, Mary Kate Keegan. Hello. You're kind of in the dark there a little bit.
Hi.
Where are you, Mary Kate?
I'm actually in my car. I'm waiting to go into the basketball semifinal game.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the only one going to the game?
I guess so.
Huh. Well, I mean, there's other Ursuline Raiders going there, but just not from the swimming team.
Yeah.
So I'm flattered that you made time to come talk with me, especially with that game going on, because it is an important game. Do you have an inside light on in your car that you can turn on there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There we go. How old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm a senior, so I'm 18.
Okay. And as a senior leader, when you become a senior at this point, you kind of just naturally become a leader, whether you're named a captain or not. Do you kind of take it upon yourself to pull some of the younger girls under your wing? And if so, how do you go about your practices and your meets kind of dealing with the younger girls?
Yeah, so it's a little different because I'm a club swimmer, so I'm not at Ursuline practices, but definitely during the meets, I make sure to like see everyone before they swim, tell them good luck, talk to people after their races, and then especially at states, just making sure that everyone's like feeling good, not too nervous.
Yeah, so that was you just mentioned something I didn't actually catch when your coach said it. Coach, so she brought up the fact that she practices with the club, so you have swimmers that don't actually always practice with you. How do you kind of reconcile that and deal with it strategically?
Well, we share the pool with Sally's, so being that we both have teams of 30 plus, it makes space a little bit better.
Okay.
I do have like club girls will pop in, like if they have an event at Ursuline that night or they want to catch the basketball game, so they'll come to my practice instead of going to their practice. So I do see them because sometimes they also want to, you know, meet their teammates. Mary Kate, she had to come to our practice. She had been sick for a little bit, so she came to our practice to, you know, ease her way back in. Sammy had come to our practice. I saw the Johnson girls a couple times. I saw the Thayer girls a couple times. I saw numerous pub girls. I would say almost everybody came to at least 1 or 2 practices. So I did see them. They also keep me updated with their times. I see several of the WAC coaches. WAC practices after us. So honestly, if they weren't going to their practice, I'm sure one of their coaches would tell me. So
Mary Kate, what events do you swim?
At States, I swam the 2 IM, the 100 fly, and then the medley relay and the 4 free relay.
Looks like you got a second place in the 200 IM. What of those strokes do you like the best? What is your best stroke?
As of right now, I'd say butterfly is my best stroke. I used to be a breaststroker, but my knees are kind of done, so I've definitely shifted to butterfly.
When you say your knees are done, what happened to your knees? You're like 17. How old are you? 17?
Yeah, I'm 18.
18, sorry.
I've been swimming breaststroke like my whole life, and I think my knees are kind of just taking a toll. So like this past year or 2 years, I've like cut back a lot on breaststroke just because of the pain that I get when I swim it. So
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you heal to 100%. Coach, so talk about your girls that you have with you here today. Say something interesting about them so we can learn a little bit more about them, because some of them we're going to see next year as well. And then talk about what some of the seniors have meant to the program and some of the legacy that they leave behind.
Well, I'm losing a lot with the seniors because they're very good senior leaders. Claire is at my practice, so she's a huge help being a leader for those girls that are at our practice. Mary Kate had a great meet. She was so much more calm at the state meet than she has been in years past. Natalie had a fantastic meet. Natalie's also a great leader in and out of the pool. Mary Kate's a quiet leader. She's our quiet senior. But yeah, we will definitely feel the loss of our seniors next year for sure. Caitlin is my, I work with Caitlin's mom, so I get the inside track on Caitlin. So she and I like to rein Caitlin in sometimes. Caitlin can be, she's our fun one. Bella is also a quiet one. She has come out of her shell a little bit. And McKinley, I'm so happy with our new freshmen. McKinley and Sammy, and then we have some of our friends couldn't be on here tonight. We had Cameron and one of the Thayer girls couldn't be on here tonight. So we got a great group of freshmen that came in. So 3 more years of them. That's exciting. So all such nice girls, such a good team to be around. They just have fun.
Claire, who's the funniest girl on the team?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think Bella and we kind of goof around a lot. So, but everybody is just like always has such a positive energy. So it's hard to say.
Hey, Natalie, if an arm wrestling competition was to break out amongst the Raiders swim team, who do you think would win?
Oh, definitely not me. I don't know. That's a hard question. I mean, because on the one hand, you have to factor in physical strength, but then there's also like just competitive nature. Like I don't know. Maybe we should have arm wrestling competition.
No, don't. I don't want to get in any trouble for suggesting that you have this arm wrestling competition there that breaks out in a lunchroom or something like that tomorrow. Mary Kate, who's the best dancer on the team?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I saved all the hard ones for last. The fun ones are the hard ones for some reason. I'm sorry, say that again.
Not on this right now, but I'm gonna have to say Rachel Antonio.
Okay. All right. Hey, Coach, fill in the blanks for me if I missed anything that you think is important for us to know.
They are so competitive that when they have their team scavenger hunt, that they instilled a NFL type draft this year for who their teammates would be. So they would probably bust out in a arm wrestling contest in the middle of the lunchroom because they are that competitive with each other. So yes, I would not be shocked by that. But that is something that they do as a team. They have a team scavenger hunt and they mix all the grade levels together as a team. So that is something fun that I love that they do together. So like freshmen or with the seniors and juniors and sophomores, and it's great team building activity that they do on their own. The seniors organize it. It's like their rite of passage to organize it. But I loved that this year they had like an NFL style type draft for their teammates on their scavenger hunt team.
Yeah, very cool.
But it became to like a yelling competition in the cafeteria of who was getting first pick and things like that is what I heard.
Well, I'll tell you what, that the fact that they're competitive doesn't come as a shock. They end up winning a state championship. You can't win one unless you're competitive, right? All right. I would like to thank the Ursuline Academy Raiders swimming team, the Delaware State swimming champions here for 2022-2023 for joining Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports here. Thank you so much for your time. And I want to wish you the best of luck, continued success in all that you do. Ladies, wave goodbye to our growing fan base here at Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. I am going to say goodnight to you and enjoy whatever you're doing. Good luck to the Raiders basketball team tonight, too. Have fun watching that. All right, ladies, hitting the end button now. Good night. Thanks again. Farewell.
Thank you.
All right. Good group there. The Ursuline Raiders swimming team, the Delaware State champions for 22-23 season. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, special thanks go out to my wonderful, beautiful wife, Dawnie M., my friends, Joey B. and Tommy K., supporters of the show from day one. You can support the show, too, simply by subscribing on whatever platform you find these. Occasionally press the play button if you don't mind, so you can help us celebrate the positive achievements of local athletes, not only here in Delaware, but beyond our borders. Time for me to go eat dinner. It's late. I'm getting a little grumpy over here. Yeah. Time to eat.